The wolf in Little Red Riding Hood is not the villain. Little Red Riding Hood's determined naivete and victimhood is the villain. Welcome to Body of Truth. I'm Rebecca Windsor. Body of Truth was born after years of suppressing my inner voice. My world burned to the ground. And in an effort to rebuild from scratch and make huge changes, I found that I needed to enact these changes through my physical body, creating muscle memory so I could make a new neural pathway and create a new physical reality for myself. This is all in an effort to be free, and I want that for you too. I hope that this inspires you to maybe listen to your own inner voice or start a self-inquiry. So I went through a lot of my life with, there's a difference between innocence and naivete. Innocence sparks that lovely wonder of the magical child. It is how you are still able to ooh and ah at fireworks and take pleasure in things, even if you know that they have artifice, and walking outside and being able to sit in nature and just sit in wonder of it all. Naivete is a decision to remain helpless and a victim. It is when you are presented with evidence to one thing, a big bushy tail, sharp, sharp teeth, you continue this wide-eyed, and I had a friend who used to call it my rose-colored glasses, that I heard only what I wanted to hear. And I would, out of 10 sentences, 2 were what I wanted to hear, and that's all I would retain. It is a willful ignorance. And it's something that we all must stop and take responsibility for. We need to own our part in things. So it's very easy when in a place of frustration or in a place of feeling helpless that we start to blame. We blame our circumstances. We blame a supposed protagonist. You know, that wolf came after me. Okay, the wolf came after you, but you're in his forest. You're carrying goodies that probably smell delicious, and he's just being a wolf. And in a very poor costume that shows all of his attributes, you remain determinedly unaware. So I would put that responsibility on you, on us, on me. It's a hard thing to look at. Climbing down from the tower of the helpless maiden is not an easy journey. But when you are ready to take responsibility, I'm not asking you to shoulder things that are not your fault. Being very clear and laying other people's stuff at their feet is incredibly healthy. But laying your stuff at their feet, making it their responsibility, is not. Playing the victim is never going to get you where you want. It certainly isn't going to set you free, because you're basically handing your responsibility for your life to someone else and saying, fix it, be my boss, direct me. That is not what an empowered person does. And listen, this is a behavior that I engaged in throughout my marriage and probably helped bring about the end of it. There is a difference between honoring and giving your spouse really like some adoration and abdicating your own side of the partnership. You need to stand shoulder to shoulder alongside each other, not on your knees genuflecting. That is not a partnership. That is an acolyte. That is a worshiper. And it does not bode well for a healthy relationship. So today, I want you to look at a behavior where you felt really defensive, where you felt like you wanted to blame. I want you to look at your part in that. Maybe it's that you didn't put up a clean boundary. Maybe it's that you passive aggressively are passing the energy on to someone else. but take a hard look and hold yourself to the line of seeing where the buck stops and the buck starts. It's not an easy thing to look at. And it will take a lot of attempts before you're able to kind of toe that hard line. And I'm also not suggesting that you take it to the side of abuse, right? Don't let that bitch, the ice queen, get her fingers in there and say, yeah, it's all your fault. Yeah, you're totally to blame. Responsibility is not shame or guilt. It is looking the facts squarely in the eye and saying, here's my part. Here's how I can stand up for that. And here's how I can not have those same mistakes happen again. So that's what I leave you with today to uncover. Look at a recent collision and own your part. See what was healthy, see what was not healthy, and see what kind of changes come up for you maybe in the future that you would like to see in that part of your personality and the way that you are being. I hope that was helpful. If it was, I ask you to subscribe. And if you ring the bell, you will get a notification of my daily uploads. You can click the link below for my newsletter, where I am even more explicit than I am here. And I upload every day, and I will see you tomorrow.